Alright, my name's Jamie Lee. I'm here to talk to you people about having my identity stolen. This is going to be a really awkward video because it's my first time recording, and it's going to be very mumble jumbled because it happened last year and I've got a pretty shoddy memory. So how it all happened, and I will say a lot because I'm thinking. So how it all happened was I met a girl on like a horsey Facebook page, and we just became really good friends through that. She came up to see me a few times. We went to like the local rodeos, we rode horses, we did this, we did that together. We pretty much became inseparable to the point where she moved in. She was a kid of child safety, so she really had no one that loved her like my family did. We made her feel wanted, as we're those sorts of people. Made her feel wanted, made her comfortable, all that sort of stuff. So how I became suspicious of her behavior, how honest she was she was telling myself and my mother that she was a qualified nurse and a qualified vet nurse. She was only 17. It takes 4 to 5 years, I think, to complete those courses. Like, it's not possible. And when Mum called her out on it, she is like, yeah, it's a lie. She lied about having a license, like her provisionals, her P's. She was driving around our car because we thought she had her P's without a license. So there were two things there that we were, starting to get suspicious about, but because we're soft, we felt sorry for her not having someone that wanted her, and we made her feel wanted, so we felt, give her a second chance, give her a third chance. So that's just what we did. After she stayed with us for like a month, I think it was, we went down to the Gold Coast where she came from to collect the rest of her belongings. It was then I saw my clothes in her room. There's a big size difference between us. I'm size 14 to 16 and she's a size 10 to 12. There was a big difference. So I went out and told Mum that, she's stolen some of my clothes. What do we do? Mum's like, there's not much we can do. She feels at home. She feels at home. Just let it go. So that's just what I did. I let it go. So probably about 3 weeks after we went down to the Gold Coast, I saw her face and her name getting slandered all over Facebook, saying that she scammed someone. She scammed someone for a saddle, she was saying, I had the saddle, do you want to buy it, and all that sort of stuff. And the young girl that bought the saddle said yes, and she got scammed by the girl that was staying in my home. I won't be mentioning names for privacy reasons. So scammed the girl out of $500, I think it was, for a saddle that didn't exist, and then made up copious amounts of lies about why the saddle wasn't sent. She was in hospital, her mum saying, she was calling my mum then, so she was saying, oh, my mum's on jury duty and all that sort of stuff, we can't do it, blah blah blah. Mind you, we lived just up the road from the post office, so yeah. So I messaged the girl that she scammed and said, look, can you give me evidence so I can show my mum what she's doing? So I went downstairs and rang the young, well, she's not really young, she's my age, rang the girl that she scammed. She explained everything, she sent the screenshots, so it was all true that the girl that was living in my house scammed the other girl out of money. Sorry if I keep looking over there, I can see like a reflection. Scammed her out of money. I went and told Mum, and The girl living with us denied it all. She's like, I didn't do it. I showed mum the screenshots. I said, look, I'm going to the police as this is wrong and she needs to learn her lesson. When I drove to the police station, my mother rang me and said, look, she's going to pay her back. We'll just let her do the right thing and not let her get caught. Because my mum's a bit of a soft person. So that's just what I did. I went home, which was the most stupidest thing. Went home, I made the young girl that was living in my home call the girl that she scammed and made her apologize. And I gave her the biggest lecture about why you shouldn't do these things. Right, I'm only 2 years older than what she was. We all should know the law by the age of 17. Alright? So, when she scammed and mum found out and all that sort of stuff, my mother put some home rules down. She was grounded. Her boyfriend could come to our place, but she couldn't go to his place. So she wasn't fully isolated, but she couldn't really leave town. She tolerated that for about 2 weeks, and then she told my mother that I threatened her life and all that sort of stuff, which I said to the girl that was living in my house and who made these allegations. I was like, look, if I've said this stuff, let's go to the police station and sort it out now. I've got nothing to hide because I know I haven't said it. So let's go to the police station. But that wasn't good enough for her. She came in, packed her bags, and left. And when she left, she took my driver's license. I didn't realize until a few weeks later. She left, came back about 3-4 days later while my mother and I were down in like the little city coast thing that we have about an hour away for an appointment, and came back and our house was broken into. The girl that was living with us broke into our house, took my horse gear, took clothes, took boots, took all that sort of stuff. So, took my bank cards, cash, all that sort of, stuff. And about a week later, excuse me, the power warning came up. About a week later, I got a Facebook message about 11:30 at night saying, are you selling an iPhone? I was like, no, I'm not. Why is that? The girl that was living with us was scamming people in my name, showing my license as proof that, it is me and whatever, scamming people posing as me. She was saying, my name's Jamie, blah blah blah, I'm selling a phone, are you interested? I don't know how it all works. It's on Gumtree, which is like the American Craigslist, and that's pretty much like how I found out that I had my identity stolen. So I went to the police station, told them, look, this girl's scamming, posing as me, scamming people. She's contradicting herself, saying, it's Jamie, but put the money in this account with her name, so you know who it is. Right? So that was dealt with. Well, not really dealt with even, that was recorded. And then I was receiving mail for phones and all that sort of stuff that I didn't order. It was the girl that lived with us ordering phones under my name, because you can do it all online. That's how easy it is for someone to commit fraud. So yeah, took the police about 6 months to catch up with her because she moved around consistently. 6 months to catch up with her. She had to be locked up in prison by the detective. Like, he was the best detective ever. He like emailed me all the time saying, look, this is happening, or she's done this again, or anything like that. The best detective ever. She had to be locked up in prison for 2 days to actually attend court. She was charged with 16 things, from fraud to stealing to identity theft, and she was on a 1 year good behaviour, I think it was, to if she recommitted a crime that could lead to imprisonment, she was to spend 2 months for every charge. So that's like just under 3 years. But that didn't stop her. She was out of court, prison 3 days, and then she started all over again. She, with the phones and everything like that, she started all that again. And then it turned to credit cards, and then it turned to other things. So it was just more than just the minor stuff. We were getting into like the big major sort of things. It's still going on today. Since February this year, it's still going on today. I've just found out that she did some more stuff in my name, so I now have to go back through the whole thing again and tell the police exactly what happened. The police honestly don't really care because they're not looking for her. I've given them her addresses, where she's staying, all that sort of stuff, her phone numbers, her boyfriend's names, all that sort of stuff. They don't care. I've been constantly harassed by her for the past 6 months, and now they're only just starting to take that seriously. After 6 months, I've had to move 3 times, change my mobile number like 6 times. Every month I had to change my mobile number. It was getting a bit ridiculous. So I'm just here making this video telling you guys that fraud, identity theft, all that sort of stuff can be done easily, and it happens a lot more than what we think. I'm currently in $165,000 in debt, I think it is, because of this girl. That's how easy it can happen. So just be aware who you have in your life and know their background before getting friendly with them, as I wouldn't wish this upon anyone, even the girl that took my identity, because it's been the biggest emotional and mental roller coaster you could ever think of. Honestly, it's just crazy how this sort of stuff can happen. So it's a bit ridiculous. So hopefully this video you guys take away from this video that your identity can be taken quite easily, and it's scary knowing that you're not the only you in this world, because someone else is out there posing as you, making a bad reputation. So just be aware who you have in your life, who you accept in your life, all that sort of stuff. Just double check. Alright, so I'm going to possibly make another 2 or 3 videos of this to show other sides of the story, how it affected my mother, how it affected the girl that she scammed, how it affected my relationship with my friends, because I don't talk to my friends much anymore. Friends of 10 years, 5 years, I don't talk to them much anymore because of this. I don't trust anyone. So there'll be more videos up in the near future of their sides of the story. So until then, I'll see you later, and be groovy.